Yeah, hi peeps, it's Terse back on the old squat box again today, and just before I go off and start shooting robots again, I thought I'd just make a quick video. I've been catching up on some Google Plus and YouTube videos, and it's come to my attention that the idea of people knowing what's true and what's in the world. I mean, what's true and real and what's something you can either believe or no believe, left to your own devices. People get confused, you know what I mean? It's like religious people, especially fundamentalist Christians and especially the young earthers, or even the old earth creationists. I mean, they're pretty far out there as well. But especially the young earth creationists, I mean, they seem to think that, everything in the world, every bit of knowledge mankind has got is sort of like something you can either take on board and believe is true, or decide that it doesn't match with my fucking view of life, so it's no true. And that's just not the case. I mean, for instance, I think I know quite a bit about science, biology, chemistry, religion. Yeah, I think I know a fair bit about religion. I think I've had as much instruction on religion as I've had on some of these subjects. Well, at least chemistry. I'm sure I know about as much of it as about chemistry, which is very little, just the basics that was taught in school. I probably know as much about religion as I know about chemistry. But I know that chemistry works, and I know that when you hear someone say if you mix this chemical and that chemical, it makes this new chemical, or it makes this combination of chemicals which turns it to be called something, blah blah blah, and it does this, it has these properties. You can probably think, well, that's pretty true. Yeah, I remember doing that at school. That sort of thing. When you hear about people making soap, for instance, that's a chemical process. Enda can make soap in their own house. Enda can get the constituent parts of what soap is made of and make their own soap. Whether it actually smells nice is a different thing, depends on what you put in it. But you can make soap that works as soap, right? Enda can learn to do that. That's chemistry. It's basic chemistry. It's the sort of thing you learn in school, right? When you're fucking 12 or 13, you know what I mean? Well, at least you used to when I was at school. I remember doing physics at school as well, and the reason I believe physics works and I believe the people who write about physics and talk about physics is I learned basic physics at school, and the reason I trusted that what I was learning was true is we used to have a Bunsen burner between two people, and you went and did experiments, you know what I mean? They told you if you do this and do this and do this, this is the results you will get, you know? Now there's the stuff, go and do it, and you'd have a list of things that you had to follow, and if you did them correctly, you would get the end result, of that physics lesson. It would teach you something, about the world, and all that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? We worked with radiation, we worked with fucking trolleys with weights on, and we timed them and all that, pulling ticker tape through a fucking machine and then counting the dots, you know, working out fucking momentum, speed, and all that fucking, I'm just like saying, we did all these experiments and we did all that stuff, In biology, we cut up eyes, and they told us what we'd find in the eyes, and we cut up frogs, and they told us what we'd find in frogs, and we cut up flowers and plants and put them under microscopes, and we were told what we would see there, and it all turned out to be true. What they told us in the books was there turned out to be there under the microscope when we looked through it. So I pretty much learned basic science at school and became to trust science, the sciences, because they had showed me. I seen through my own fucking eyes. A lot of the stuff that they were saying at a basic level was true, and so I really had no reason to doubt what they said, or what they say today about these gigantic hadron collider, what you see through fucking telescopes out in the universe. I've got no reason to doubt these people when they write books about it or the day talks about it. I like to watch the Christmas lectures, on BBC, and stuff like that. The royal fucking whatever it is, the Royal Christmas Lectures, you know what I mean, where they do science and that in front of classrooms of kids, you know, basic science. They show you what happens when you light fucking gases on fire. Some of them put like the taper out, some of them make this taper flare. You can work out by yourself what kind of, you know, gases these are, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, because you know, you get told what certain gases do, and if you do the experiments you find out it does exactly what it says on a tin, you know, that sort of thing, you know. But when it comes to religion, religion keeps telling me bullshit. Religion keeps telling me, you know, if you do this, this thing happens. This thing happened way back then. But, well, it didn't happen like that, it happened like this. And, you know, everybody's got a different fucking idea of what actually happened, you know. Who raised Jesus for the dead? Was it God? Was it the Holy fucking Spirit? Did Jesus do it himself? How could Jesus raise himself for the dead if he was dead? Dead people can't do anything. Not even a dead God can't fucking raise himself. So, oh, well, it was God, but Jesus is God. So was God part dead? Was it what, somebody with a stroke? Part of his brain, part of his being was dead until he fucking, you know, infused it with life again. It's all crazy shit, you know. It just does my nut in, you know what I mean? All this bullshit about religion. There's no fucking test or experiment you can do where I can see in my own eyes something happens, you know, religiously, you know, that religious people tell me. There's no way to prove any of what they talk about. It's like two kids in the playground bullshitting about what their dad does, you know what I mean? My dad's a fucking hero. He goes and saves people. No, he's no. He's a fucking carpenter, you know what I mean? Oh, well, he's only a carpenter during the day. At night he's a hero. And goes, you know what I mean? You're just bullshitting. You know what I mean? It's like kids bullshitting in the playground. That's why religious people just bullshitting. Every time you ask them a question, they make up a new fucking answer out their own fucking brain. They don't go and read it, oh, let me look it up. You know, like you can do with a fucking physics fucking manual. You know what I mean? Or a chemistry manual. You can't go and fucking learn how to fucking pray to make it work. You're just told to just believe, you know? Bullshitting, bullshitting, bullshitting. That's all you ever get. Fucking religious people. Bullshit. Not a fucking one of them can actually turn around and say, well, this happened because I seen it and did it with my own eyes. And they can't tell you who it happened to, where it happened, and who else was there. Oh, this person recovered for cancer. Oh, did they? You know, oh, right. And how did that happen? Were they seeing a doctor at the time? Were they getting chemotherapy? Aye, but the chemotherapy wasn't working. It was all the prayers that did it. Oh, fuck you! Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. You know what I mean? There's no cunt fucking recovers or raises for the dead anywhere, you know what I mean? If they did, how come people who lose their finger or their arm or their fucking leg, how do they not grow that back? And then you get people who say, oh, the day so-and-so down the road told me about this person in some far-off country somewhere, some African country or some fucking South American country. Well, they had their arm fucking eaten by a crocodile, and 3 days later, miraculously, they'd grown their arm back. Oh, aye, why was this not on the news then? Why was this no photograph the person with the bleeding torn limb, and then 3 days later a brand new fucking, you know, 100% functioning one? You know, none of it's all bullshit. You never see any fucking evidence anywhere for any of this crap they fucking talk. But you go to the sciences, you go to a fucking a school where you've got 13 and 14-year-old kids doing science experiments, and say to them, does this work? Is what science tells you, is it true? They'll turn and go, aye, I did it myself. I seen it with my own fucking eyes. I don't have to believe anybody. I don't need to believe bullshit stories. I don't need to think that, oh, I've just got to believe it. You can go and do the experiment yourself and it works. What about prayer then? Get me one person to pray that something happens and then I see it happening. It's never happened. In the fucking world, it's never happened. How many billions of people believe in their religion is true? Has there ever been a video where they actually show something happening and tell you what's going to happen first, then a bunch of people pray for it, and then that thing happens and they can show you it? No, never happened in the history of mankind, for fuck's sake. Never. So, why do people believe it? Because they like bullshit. They like the smell of it, they like the taste of it. It fucking twigs wee fucking chemicals in their brain and makes them happy. They might as well just be taking heroin, the fuckers, you know what I mean? Or fucking cocaine, or fucking, you know, Oxycontin, you know what I mean? Or a bottle of fucking whiskey, you know what I mean? They might as well just be fucking getting fucked at their brain because it makes them feel good. That's what fucking religion is to you, man, you know what I mean? Bullshitters, every fucking one of them, you know what I mean? They're like drug addicts. They can't stay away from it, you know what I mean? They've got to get the fucking daily fix. And you see that a lot on Google as well, fucking these presuppositionists coming onto fucking Google, wankers, you know what I mean? Talking bullshit. Every day they're like, oh, you're going to debate me. Oh, you're running away, you're scared. I'm going to get my fucking bullshit fixed, you know what I mean? Religious bullshitters, every fucking one of them, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not saying people shouldn't believe in religion, but just stop telling us that it's absolutely true and just admit it. It makes you feel good, and that's why you do it. You're just like a drug addict except you're no willing to turn around and say, I need help. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean? You're in denial. Absolutely in denial. We all know that. All us atheists can see it. Millions of people in denial. All you've got to do is ask for help and it will be there for you. We're here for you. We love you as people. We love people. You know? We just can't stand your bullshit. And I'm sure every single person watching this video knows where I'm coming from when I say that. Don't like your bullshit. So please, don't come and pour it in my ear. Right? But if you ever want to come and ask me for help and how to understand the world, the real reality of the world, I'll be there for you. Thank you very much if you've watched this and enjoyed it. This has been a little tersse rant. Slán you fucking there.